Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be taking a look at something a little bit different, a way to glow up your miniatures with some 28mm fabric cloaks from Waves of War. Okay then, tiny cloaks for your tiny fighting men. So these are the packs of Wave of War, plaid or tartan if you will, cloaks. Each pack contains 8. And they have different names, like Badgerface or Galway, Soy, that sort of thing. I don't know if the naming convention means anything particular, or if they just chose names based on a specific thing. However, if I go ahead and open it up, inside each pack are 8 little fabric cloaks. The cloaks themselves are a mixture of checks, designs, and within the packs I think there are some duplicates or repetition. So you may see a similar pattern appear in a couple of different packs. But within a pack themselves they are all unique / individual. So I just pry them apart. You can see there's a slew of different styles of tartan, if you will. I've got a little bit of gaff on that one. Oh well. They are all pre-cut to the same size, and that size is 30mm wide at the widest point, and 30mm long at the longest point. They are all, I'm going to say, stamped. You can see the collar / base of the cloak is the same on all of them. And there's a nice array of plaids in here. The majority of people, I imagine, will be using these for some form of Dark Age or earlier, because they will work for Celts as well. But they are a fabric. So what they've done is impregnate the design onto them, giving you a nice little plaid look. Now, it does say that there is a front and a back based on the, I suppose, depth of colour and clarity. So I think that would be the front, and then that is slightly blurrier. It is hard to tell on some of them, and from 3 feet away, when you're playing a game, you're not going to really notice at all. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. But they are a nice selection of designs that will allow you to upgrade your miniatures. Now, they do say not to soak the miniature or to soak the cloaks. I have soaked this one just with water on a damp brush. The little curl has come into it. The ink itself, or whatever is used to stain or dye the fabric here, hasn't ran, but it was just a brush load of water applied to the cloak a bit at a time. So while they do say and show on the website all of the cloaks being bone dry, bar the glue that's used, I think you probably could seal these using a scenic cement, so very, very thinned PVA / medium mixed with an alcohol. Wet it first, and then just with a brush dab in the scenic cement to harden it once it's in place. I don't think it will destroy the design. I have popped a few onto some miniatures to give you an idea of how they look though. So I will say when you're attempting to put them on, some miniatures it will be easier than others. For example, our little fella here who's got the spear up by his hand or by his neck, it requires some pressure to get it in there, and even then it's sitting sort of up. So you may need to take that into consideration. But if you have a set of generic plastics, especially for small scale games, the likes of Pillage or Saga, that sort of thing, where maybe you're using the same plastics for both your warriors and your Hearthguard, your elites, being able to go in and put a set of cloaks onto your elite warriors to show which is which is a really quick and easy way of doing it. The fact they come in packs of 8 is very handy for games like Saga, which work off a base 4. So warriors are 8s, elites are 4, peasantry is 12. It means you can use one pack to do 2 units of Hearthguard. So it's a very good number for the majority of gamers, I suppose you would call it. When it comes to positioning them, there's a video on the Weaves of War YouTube page, and I think it's also on their Facebook page, that shows how they do it. Essentially, they use a medium glue on the back. So you're looking for something that's relatively adhesive without being too wet. Super glue will stain these because it will wick into the fabric. So a good PVA, a wood glue with a bit of body to it would be fine. I used a hobby tack adhesive for these, which means you can maneuver and keep moving it afterwards. It becomes tacky rather than firmly fixed in place. Which means I could go in and remove these cloaks, which I will afterwards, so I can paint them. So this would be the last sort of step, is to put the cloaks onto the miniature. But essentially you put it onto the back of the figure and then onto the 2 strands at the front to allow you to put the sort of the cloak around the neck. And then if you've got any contact points, so base of the leg where it's going to be coming in, then you can do your folds and the like there. I do think put it on dry and then wetting it once the glue is dried to mold it into place, and then use your scenic cement is probably a good way of doing it. Like I say, it may just require a bit of playing around to see exactly how they fit. And then when you find a design you like, you might want to use multiple packs of the same. Obviously, family designations wasn't a thing at this point. You would just be showing off your excessive wealth. But maybe if you want to have a warlord and his son in the same designed cloak, then you could go for a specific one. Like I say, within the packs you will find recurring sort of checks. So I'm pretty sure that one is very similar to this one, if not the same. Bush bash. I mean, actually, no, they're not. They are just slightly different. But yeah, it's an intriguing set of accessories for your Ancients and Dark Age wargaming. You could even use them up until the sort of the Border Reavers, at which point you would have a sort of a more family designed affair. Little bit tricksy to put on. You will require the use of a brush or a toothpick, or in my case I used a pair of fine tweezers just so I could push and maneuver it into position. But like I say, an interesting accessory to just give your elites a little bit of oomph on the tabletop, and definitely worth checking out. So there you have it, folks. Really interesting concept, the idea of cloth or fabric cloaks with the plaid or tartan already printed onto them. Takes a lot of the heavy lifting out of your painting. You can just concentrate on getting some skin tones down and then stick the cloaks on, bish bash bosh. The unit looks 20 times better. But let me know what you think below. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.